I come in, madam?
Yes, please come. Sit down.
Good evening, madam.
Sit.
Good evening, sir.
Sit. One wonderful thing is reading people's biodatas. I'm learning about so many types of yoga, types of meditation. Now, this is the first time I'm hearing about Shambhavi Kriya Yoga.
Ji, madam.
What is special about Shambhavi Kriya?
Madam, Shambhavi Kriya is a type of a Raj Yoga. And in this, there's focus on physical activity, breathing pattern, chanting patterns. And the focus is that it is taught by Guru to the disciple. And the focus is on withdrawing life energy from the five senses and directing it towards the raising of human consciousness.
Redirecting towards your higher consciousness.
Ji, madam.
Okay. And how long have you been doing it?
Madam, it has been around 2-3 years.
2-3 years. Okay. So you're from Rewa district, Madhya Pradesh. Okay.
madam.
And a civil engineer.
Ji, madam.
And an anthropology. So, can you mention one person who was a famous anthropologist and worked in Madhya Pradesh largely?
As of now, madam, I cannot recall.
You heard the name of Verrier Elvin?
Ji, madam. Ji, madam.
You must have heard about him. Okay. You know, there are a number of cases pending in the judiciary. Now, do you, and a lot of them are A, criminal defamation. Sometime or the other, some politician is causing something. And the other is about hurt religious sentiment. Now, this is new phenomena. This was not heard of before. This hurt religious sentiment and this criminal defamation. Should the Supreme Court or even the courts, should they be taking cognizance of such things? Should they not be settled outside court by some other body? Instead of clogging up the judicial system with a lot of cases, should they not be settled by some other means? And if you can think of what means?
Ji, madam. Madam, because as currently we have a law on all these things, so it becomes mandatory for the Supreme Court to look into all these issues, whether it be criminal defamation. So in IPC section 499, we have the law, and similarly for religious sentiments also. But madam, definitely we can bring in mechanism through which we can solve these disputes outside of the court, and these can be the alternative dispute redressal mechanism, and in which we can focus upon conciliation, reconciliation, arbitration, and these means, and through which we will be able to arrive at amicable solutions of different issues.
Quite right. And how did, you studied anthropology, so how did tribes and others, how did they settle their disputes? What was their dispute settlement mechanism? Is there something we can learn from them?
Ji, madam. Madam, the tribes, they have a focus upon rebuilding the human ties rather than on inflicting punishment. So they want that there should be peace within the community, and they have mechanisms like, for example, in the case of northeastern tribes like Angami Nagas, they have the system of Gaon Budha, and in which it is a customary system of dispute redressal, in which they focus upon the elders, the village elders. They sit together and they resolve dispute, whether it be about land dispute, whether it be theft or manner quarreling among the people. So they try to solve it through these, and we should also learn these system. And in Bihar, madam, we are trying to do that. There is a system of Gram Kachehri, in which the little issues between people, they are trying to get solved there only.
Now the thing is, a lot of these cases are really political. most of the people who, put these cases in the courts are rivals of some other political party or a political person or something. And this is one issue that politics causes. Another is the fact that, they are perpetuating caste and all the caste problems also, which might otherwise have disappeared. Can we do without politics? And there is corruption. There's enormous amount of corruption and all due to politics. So can we do without politics at all? Is there any way, any system where we can do away with politics and still run our society efficiently?
Madam, I believe politics is very, very important in society, in running the administration, listening to demands of different people, different communities. But at the same time, politics has to be with principles, as Gandhiji have said. So I believe, madam, because in the case of caste also, if we will see, so there were caste which were having historical discrimination against them, and because of which they organized into caste groups and they formed these organizations, etc. And so, madam, I believe that politics, if it is done for uplifting the people, it is good, but it has to be done with proper principles.
So what can we do to cleanse politics? Now, like there is training of administrative officers, would it help to train politicians? Is that a feasible solution?
Madam, training can be part of the solution, but it cannot be the complete solution. We can mandate some sort of training for the politicians, but at the same time, we will have to bring reform within the political party, so that they give tickets to only those politicians who have good antecedents. And we also will have to.
What is the main reason why there is this kind of corruption, this kind of thing in the thing? There is one single reason which is more than any other, which causes this kind of behavior. How do you fight elections?
Ji, madam, it is money, madam.
Money.
Ji, madam.
Exactly. It's because they require so much money to fight elections that is why they resort to all kinds of things, and power.
Ji, madam.
So we have to find some way that electoral bond, etc., nothing has worked so far. So we need to, people like you, youngsters, need to do some deep thinking on this as to how can we cleanse our political system. Rather than some simplistic solutions, we have to really think deeply about how to bring about radical reform. Because anywhere you look, it is politics which is causing problems. Okay, Primpalji.
Gandhi said, you must have heard. Once he was asked, why you came in politics? He said, only politics can make bigger changes. None else. And we are coming to a we are having reservation, and that is exclusively on caste basis, except this little bit of EWS. What alternative model you people have? You are a young generation, engineer, bright. What alternate system can be? Where you can take care of what you have, the historical injustice, as well as the latest one. When we can plan for Chandrayaan, why can't we think something on this?
Yes, sir. Sir, I believe one alternative can be we can provide them with proper schooling from the very childhood only, and for that we will have to work on the entire education system.
Okay, one. Second.
Yes, sir. And sir, providing reservation is not only about empowerment, sir. It is about giving them representation in the power structures. So I believe, sir, reservation as a policy.
Giving them representation is more important, or changing their lifestyle, their way of life, everything, that is more important. By making Indira Gandhi as a PM is sufficient. Zakir Hussain making PM is sufficient. Whether that will change entire Muslim, so that is not my argument. Okay, next.
Sir, in this, sir, I believe.
I will give you a formula which I was already in GNU. Deprivation points. You are in Odisha, a girl child. Suppose you are applying for government service. If you are in a village, deprivation point 3. Your school education has been in the Kasba, again deprivation points. Suppose after that shifted to Delhi, no deprivation. If continued in Riva only, deprivation points.
Yes, sir.
Castes also is a perfect formula. JNU advised and then thereafter disappeared because of political pressure. Think on that. And I think we should all work for that. Again, I am going to start that.
Yes, sir. I will.
Now, my next question. Your father is from Bihar.
Yes,
now
sir.
you are in Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
As crisp and brief, after retirement, your father would like to settle in Bihar or MP?
So it will depend what I am doing, sir. Because if I get into the service.
Okay, you can't answer that.
Yes, sir.
Plus that, how will you compare Bihar and what each state can learn from each other?
Yes, sir. Sir, if we will compare Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, so in the social parameters, if we will.
Oh, I will not go. That is statistics, per capita income, and that is
Yes,
general impression. That's when we. What's your impression?
Sir, in the economic terms, if we will see of Madhya Pradesh, so sir, the industries are, a lot of industries are there in Madhya Pradesh, and because of a lot of mineral wealth. But in Bihar, after the bifurcation of Bihar and Jharkhand, so the mineral wealth went away. From,
So you mean that before that it was a very paradigm?
Sir, there were some industries, sir, but now.
Okay, so this is one. Here industry, there no industry.
Ji, sir. And sir, even the textile industry, if we will see, so in Bihar we have silk and jute, but in case of Madhya Pradesh, largely it is cotton based.
You are not coming to that. That may be that here it is wheat, there it is a. So that is not comparison. Your general impression, if I am asking
Ji,
once
sir.
again, where you would like to settle, live with your father.
Sir, it is very difficult question, sir. It will.
That's why we are recruiting, UPSC recruiting for tough persons like you to
Yes,
solve tough problem.
Sir, I think sir, it will depend upon circumstance, sir.
Okay, leave it. Now, political reforms post-independence. What you notice has been done, and some more the area you that can be improvement. Just last question.
Sir, one of the political reforms is the decentralization of governance, sir. That third tier of government, the local government, which has been brought up.
Panchayati Raj.
Ji, sir. Ji, sir.
Okay.
Sir, and one area where I would like.
Just come to the bullet points.
Ji, sir. I would like will be one nation, one election, sir. That reform I would like to have in the country.
That in future.
Ji, sir.
But besides Panchayati Raj, no other electoral reforms has been noticed in your.
Yes, sir. Electoral reforms have happened, sir. For example, in the case of number of seats being fought by a candidate in the parliament. So
now after 26, what will be your solution? How so that South is not deprived? Bihar and UP should not get advantage of this overpopulation.
Sir, I believe because as population is getting stabilized after time, so I believe that every vote in the country should have the same value.
Oh, you are again state way now. There already agitation started in South that we should not be punished for that. Now in the parliament, their representation will be less. So how to get rid of this? What will be your solution?
Sir, I believe so. It will be a one-time issue, sir, because it can be dealt with negotiations because the population is getting stabilized. Even in the North India, in most of the state, it is around 2.0 the TFR rate. So in the
no, again, you are avoiding this. This is second opinionated question. Now, Bihar or UP says that we should be as per our population.
Yes,
South says that we should not be punished. And for that they would like to leave it, North India and South India. We are going away. Every time you have the cow slaughter, you have a gobar patti, you have a mandal, sandal, everything. Will you go for that? What should be the solution? Or the alternative I am giving here, same status quo should be maintained.
Sir, I believe, sir, every vote should have same value, sir.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. HARSH BARDHAN, Hanumana, you are from Hanumana.
Ji, sir.
Tell me about Hanumana place.
Sir, Hanumana is a tehsil in the Rewa district of Madhya Pradesh. And sir, it is known for agriculture. It is known for stone industry. There are many crashes there. And apart from that, sir, in tourism, there are two mandirs there, temples there. One is the Hateshwar Nath temple of Lord Shiva, and the other is Hanuman Mandir.
Tell me about Riva also. Very briefly, bullet point, 2-3 things that if you visit the place, at least one should see that thing. What is that thing? Riva?
Sir, Riva is known for the white tigers. And sir, apart from that, a solar project has been established there.
What is the capacity of solar?
Ji, sir, it is 750 megawatt, which has been established in the good tehsil of Riva. And apart from that, sir, recently the Riva district got GI tag for Sundarja mangoes. Sundarja mangoes got GI tag from Riva. And apart from that, sir, there are handicraft industry like the beetle toys there.
There is a university also?
Ji, sir.
What is the name?
Sir, it is the Avadhesh Pratap Singh University.
Then tell me about Dhar also.
Sir, Dhar.
Have you visited Dhar?
Sir, I've been born there, sir.
उसके बाद नहीं गए?
नहीं, sir.
अच्छा, कहाँ पे? Where it is located?
Sir, in the...
It is Malwa region?
Ji, sir. It is in Malwa, sir. South.
Why it is called Malwa? What are the other district of Malwa?
Sir, it will be... Indore will be there, sir. And apart from that, Khargon will be there.
Who was Baj Bahadur?
Sir, Baj Bahadur was the ruler of Mandu, and he is known for his love affair with Rani Rupamati. Ji, sir.
Have you visited that palace?
Ji, sir, I have visited, sir.
Your father is from Saharsa.
Ji, sir.
Why Saharsa was in news?
Sir, recently, sir, one of the politician has been released who has been convicted for the murder of an IAS officer.
What is your frank opinion? You are going to join the elite class IAS officers, and he was lynched. Do you know this thing?
Ji, sir, I know, sir.
He's an 85 batch officer.
Ji, sir.
He was going to protect his bodyguard.
Ji, sir.
Everybody told him, okay, you run away from the place. But he will no, I will save my bodyguard.
Ji, sir.
And he was lynched. And the person has been released. How do you feel it?
It is very sad, sir. And
Very sad.
and the government should reach.
But Sushasan Babu has छोड़ दिया उनको. तो ये सुशासन बाबू और कुशासन बाबू.
Sir, I think the government should revisit the policy, sir. They have changed the policy, and the jail manuals they have amended, and they have from the remission point they have.
Okay, my last question.
Yes,
since you are from Madhya Pradesh, it's a very forested area. What are the 5 things that gives loss to the forest? What are the 5 factors? Just bullet point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, sir.
Direct. Factor.
So one is the growing area under cultivation. So
Means?
So agriculture, growing area under agriculture.
Agriculture is a separate issue. I mean, there is a forest. How it is damaged? What are the factors that damage it? Direct hit.
So can I take a moment, sir?
Okay. It's a not very tough question.
Sir, it will be like one will be soil erosion because of which.
Okay, soil erosion. Okay, second.
And sir, changing courses of river that might damage forest. For example, in the case of Cane Betwaling project.
Okay, तो man-made हो गया.
जी sir.
Direct natural causes बताइए.
Sir, then forest fires will be there.
Fire बोलो ना. Fire है, encroachment. Okay, thank you.
Harsh,
जी sir.
tell me, in case we want to keep the criminals from entering to the parliament, so what kind of electoral reforms would be required? We keep evolving them. What additional electoral reforms should be there so that we can take care of it? Like recently one parliamentarian who got killed in UP had 100 cases pending against him. And in spite of that, he had become 5-6 times major member of Legislative Assembly and 1-time member of Parliament.
Sir, one of the reform should be that political parties, they should not field such candidates, one sir. And two sir, I have read one of the recommendations that at the level of charge sheeting of the particular candidate, so after that he should not be allowed to stand in the election.
Till the time his case is decided.
Settled. If he is convicted or he or she is convicted, then
will that be fair? You see from that his point of view. If you charge sheet and you consider him convict. Because legal system says that justice should not only be done, but justice should be should appear to be done.
so I will give more thought to this.
More thought.
Yes.
Okay. What do you understand by green growth? And what provisions have been made in the budget to achieve this?
So green growth will mean that as we are heading towards a target of net zero by 2070, so for that we are trying to deal with the climate change, and for that we are making sure that we can indulge in such development which can be green, which can be sustainable for environment. And in budget, sir, many initiatives has been taken. For example, there had been a national green hydrogen mission of 20,000 crores. And sir, in that we are trying that by 2030, 5 million metric tons of green hydrogen can be produced annually. And similarly, sir, there is a program called MISTI, in which there is mangrove, the protection of the mangrove habitat. So this is what I recall, sir, from the budget right now.
Achha, you know about the constitutional amendment?
Ji, sir.
How the constitutional amendments are being carried out in India? Under which article provision?
So in the Article 368, sir, it is being carried out.
And what are the ways of carrying it out?
So there are three ways, sir. One is the simple majority, the other is 2/3 majority, and third, sir, 2/3 majority plus half state ratification.
Achha, 103rd important constitutional amendment which gave EWS quota to the tune of 10%. Now tell me, we have got EVS 10%, we have got creamy layer, non-creamy layer in OBC category. So should we also revisit the category of scheduled castes and scheduled tribe so that we can try to reach to the bottommost strata of that category who have not availed the advantage so far?
Yes, sir, I believe, sir, by incorporating the creamy layer provisions even in the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe reservation, so we will be able to make sure that those who have not received the benefits they can get. We can also follow subcategorization within the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, so that we can provide them with reservation proportionate to their population.
Okay. My last question. Supreme Court is discussing about the same-sex marriage. So, time and again the government lawyer, he says that let it leave it to the parliament to debate and come out with some rule. So what approach should be correct? Should it be debated in Supreme Court, then it directs government to make the law, or should it be debated in the parliament first and make the law? What is your opinion? Should it be allowed, same-sex marriage? Will it reap benefit in the society?
Sir, I believe, sir, it is the parliament which is the appropriate forum to deal with this entire issue. And sir, because there are many issues involved. One is the societal acceptance of this entire thing, same-sex marriage. And sir, apart from that, sir, the government argument is this, that whatever these couples do in their intimate relationship, it is not a problem. But when public status of marriage is being conferred to this couple, so it becomes a part of the government policy, it becomes a part of the government parliamentary legislation. So because of that, sir, I believe it is the parliament which is the appropriate forum to deal with this entire issue.
But in your opinion, should it be done? Should same-sex marriage be allowed, or it is not required? or we can say ki this is a very small community which cannot be ignored, which may be allowed to continue, and we must make some law, instead of making it as a controversial issue.
Sir, I believe there are societal issues at play, sir, here, and we will have to consider them before arriving at any decision, sir.
You are not coming out with the open. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Harsh. You are born in 1998.
Yes, sir.
After 16th March you are born. On 11th May 1998, India carried out second nuclear test, Pokhran 2.
Yes, sir.
What would you find the difference between Pokhran 1 and Pokhran 2? Whenever you celebrate your birthday, you celebrate your birth year also.
Yes, sir.
Nuclear test by India. Yes.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware, sir.
How can you? You're a civil engineer, young, dynamic man. Not a 1 point even for Pokhran 2. What was the basic? So next time, whenever you celebrate your birthday,
Yes, sir.
must celebrate birth year also in
Yes.
terms of Pokhran 2.
Yes, sir. I
Fine.
will, sir.
May I ask another? Why did India not sign NPT till date?
Sir, the reason.
Pinpoint. What the reason India is citing?
So the reason is that because the non-proliferation treaty, it is dividing the world into have and have-nots. The P5 will retain the right to hold nuclear weapons.
Fine, that I am aware of. Point is that, Harsh Bardhan, I want to know, 173 non-nuclear weapon countries have signed the treaty in 1995. I think you must be aware of.
Yes, sir.
5 nuclear countries signed. Why not this problem continues with 173 countries of the world? Why only with India? Why India only say discriminatory? What about 173 countries who signed the NPT?
Sir, it is because, sir, we have hostile neighbors on the borders like China, and they have nuclear
So
weapons.
every country has some sort of threat. Out of 73 countries, every country has some sort of threat. Is it discriminatory for 173 also? Why only India is citing this reason?
Sir, because, sir, we want to make sure that there is deterrence in countries
No, as
like.
an IFS officer, you are speaking on international forum.
Yes, sir.
You cite one strong reason so that we should feel like next Mr. Jaishankar is speaking. You speak like that. One line, answer. Why is India not signing?
Sir, discrimination is discrimination, whether it is against.
No, they would say, no, this is not acceptable. 73 countries, I am repeating, 173 countries already signed. Think over it. If I am at your place, I would say, sir, India is only country when it was no-nuclear weapon country in 1971, then US issued nuclear warning to India. That compelled India to go for nuclear test in 1974, sidelining basic issue of poverty, unemployment and hunger. You compelled us to be nuclear. It is not our choice, our compulsion, sir. This is the way I want to hear our younger generation.
Yes, sir.
तुम लोग ओवर पोलाइट हो, इतना नहीं, ऐसे कैसे देश चलेगा? चलो कोई बात नहीं. Last question. You are civil engineer, your mother is from Madhepura, father is from Saharsa.
Yes, sir.
Kosi you are aware of?
Yes, sir.
Sorrow of Bihar it is called.
Yes, sir.
I would suggest you as an IAS officer, you go for check dam technique. That would be very effective. Now you make me understand what is check dam technique as civil engineer. And is it viable in that area or not? If not, why? If yes, how?
So I'm not exactly aware, sir.
Check dam you are not aware.
Sir, I'm not exactly aware, sir.
You are maybe forgetting or maybe under stress. I can't believe a civil engineer doesn't know about check dam. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, find out. First thing you do, what a check dam is.
Ji, madam.
Okay, very, very important in today's situation, what with dairy facing problems with subsidence and so forth, plus water shortage in a number of places. Building small check dams is the only answer. Okay, so read up on that.
Ji, madam.
On your Otherwise, we finished questioning you. So, is there anything that you want to ask any of the panelists apart from the check dam question?
No,
No?
I think I've been thoroughly
All
interviewed.
right.